I'm Brian, and we are starting a new cooking show here at our house, 25 Harris Drive, called Scratching the Surface. And over the next couple days, weeks, months, who knows how long we're all going to hang out together in our houses, we're going to do some cooking because we all have to eat. So I've already washed my hands because, as we know, hand washing is key these days. Then I'm going to take this cloth, get it all wet,
Okay.
wring it out a little, and what we're going to do with this bad boy is put it down. We're going to put the cutting board on top of that cloth so it doesn't slide on us. So we have our cutting board set. The next crucial thing to do when you're cooking after cleaning your hands is, of course, picking your music, because you don't want to cook in silence. Well, I don't want to. Today we're going to do Durand Jones and the Indications, American Love Call. So we'll get this set up, and then what we're going to do today is we're going to make potato soup, like a potato vegetable soup. And the key there is we're going to make a stock, right? Because that's going to give us our flavor. It's going to be tasty. It's going to be delicious. It's going to be stock. So our main stock ingredients can be this onion, some carrot peelings. On the end of this celery, see where it's all old and tired looking? Well, we're going to make use of that old, tired looking celery to make our stock. So we got a knife. Any knife will do. We're going to take off this old pieces of the celery. Turn on our pot over here so it's warming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to warm that up. And then we're going to put a little vegetable oil. So we don't want the ends of the celery or the onion skins or the carrot peels to stick. And what we're going to do there is we're just going to cook them out slowly. Slowly cook them out so that we break down the cell walls. And with all this extra ends, we're going to start making our own homemade stock to make our potato soup. So we got all these ends here. We're just going to rough cut them, whatever. Just make them small and throw them right into our pot here. We start with that, get that, and then next up we're going to grab the carrots. Find ourselves a peeler. Come saw. I always like to put the end of the carrot down on the cutting board and just go back and forth, up and down along the length of the carrot to get the peel off. It speeds up the process a little and makes it kind of fun. You can flip it over halfway through, rotate the other way, and you're all set. So we're going to do about 3 or 4 of these carrots, maybe 5, I don't know. The key here is that we're just trying to get some peelings to make our stock with. So instead of throwing this stuff, all these peelings, into the compost or the green bag if you're where we are in this part of the world, we're actually going to keep it around, not waste it, use it, and then after we cook it out for the stock, which is going to take about an hour, you can then drain it and then throw it on your compost then, but at least not waste all that goodness that will ultimately add to the finished product of our potato soup without costing us an extra dime. So here we go, we're going to get the carrot peelings in there with the celery ends. We've already put this on, I don't know, like medium heat, thereabouts, to start. We'll get a spoon. Over drawer number 2, some kind of thing to stir stuff, and our pajama man cameraman's coming over. He's going to give you a look in there, and then we're going to get to the onion part of the project. Here we have regular white onion. Of course, any old onion will work. So we're going to cut off the ends and turn down Durand here. And so with our first couple ends, we're just going to, cut those in half, quarter them, just something to make them a little smaller, have a little more surface area, a little more feel in our stock. Then we're going to take half an onion. It's a pretty thick, tight onion, so we'll probably only use half of it for today's soup. Take the first couple of layers off of that onion, just peel it back, rip it up. It doesn't matter how much you do it. I'm going to put in there. This is starting to sizzle a little, and we're just going to cook that off, those vegetables for your stock, for 3 or 4 minutes. just to break down some of the cell walls. Now, of course, you can just dump the peelings in here, your veg ends, and put some water and bring it to a boil, and that'll work as well for a stock. I just personally find it gets a little darker and a little thicker and a little more flavorful if you cook it down to start. So then we're going to do a quarter of this onion. So what we attempted to do is keep a little bit of the end there, and quartering an onion, or dicing an onion can be a challenge sometimes. You want to start with this lateral slice. It's a couple slices, not all the way through, but enough to get a start. So do that, and then we're going to do the vertical, do it straight down along the side. So now we have an onion that's still holding its shape, but it's cut into a grid. So our last slice will just allow us to get some diced onions. And this is important because these onions that we have left over, we're going to actually use for the guts, for the actual filling of our soup. So we're going to find a bowl in here somewhere. Et voila. We got one here. So slide those in there. I hear the veg ends cooking down here, so you can see those are just working down. There's a little color coming out. We're going to keep it moving. A couple more minutes on that. And then remember those carrots we peeled. Well, we're going to cut off the ends of those. And we're going to use those as well for our potato soup. Once again, the leftover ends, we'll throw them in with the stock starter. And that's all fun and good and doing its thing. Yeah, I don't know what you've been up to the last little while. I've been cooking, hanging out. Bit of a sports fan. Not too many sports going on. So that's a challenge, but we deal. So once again, we just quartered up those carrots. Got them into about a fairly uniform size. I'm just going to add those straight in with the onions. Those are all going to get cooked down at the same time as the celery that we'll do next and the diced onions we already did before. So of course, I guess if this actually works and the filming and the uploading and all that, you can probably stop, pause, go in reverse. And this whole thing, this whole idea of cooking for yourself, for your loved ones, for your friends, for whomever, online was just a good idea in these COVID-19 times. I'm perhaps like some of you who have facial hair, growing facial hair. I'm actually growing my virus beard. Not proudly, but I am. I usually go to our local barber to get beard trims and such, but he can't do the trick. So again, here we're just going to work this celery into sticks. Once again, we're just looking for things to be relatively uniform so that they have the same cooking time. That's one of the biggest differences between good food and better food, is that things are cut uniformly so they cook at the same time, have the same tenderness, same feeling, same bite when you're cooking it all off. There's a Rogue phone on the right. So now we have our just got the celery and carrots and onion all together, diced up. Our vegetable ends, they're all cooked down now. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill this pot up with some water. And then this whole process will take, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour like we talked about earlier. We'll fill this up, we'll bring it up to a boil. Then once it comes to a boil, we'll turn it down and give it a simmer. So I'm going to put a lid on this, crank the temperature. When the steam starts coming out or the lid does dance, that's when we'll turn it down. And at that point, after we have our stock made, we'll come back and figure out how to actually cut down the potatoes, whether we're going to wash them. Well, of course we're going to wash them, it's just whether or not we're going to peel them or not. If you like the skins, if you don't like the skins, that's going to be your choice. So when we come back after the break, we will go and carry on in the making of our potato vegetable soup using our homemade vegetable stock. No. Okay, here we are. We got the steam coming out. We got a rolling boil happening. So we're going to come around here and turn down our stovetop to about a number 2. Ours goes not quite too high, not to 11. And then we're going to put that lid back on. And then we're just going to let it hang out for about 45 minutes. And then when we get back, we will take care of our potatoes. Very good. I hope you enjoy this next little bit for you. It's a little treat.
Things Kitty can't catch. Yay.
It's still going. Okay, things Kitty can't catch. Kitty's out here. Kitty can't catch stars Hermione. Kitty.
Yes.
Today Hermione will attempt to catch a
It's hard to see, but
clove of garlic.
It's a clove of garlic. Very hard to see though. But
Pink tennis ball.
there we go. There's it. Yeah, there it is.
And a frisbee, a pocket disc,
Yes.
made in Guatemala. It's fair trade. Okay, here's Kitty.
Yeah, and Kitty, our Kitty
Kitty.
is over here. Maybe no, she.
Hermione.
Hermione, don't run away.
Hermione, kitty.
Hermione.
Here.
Here. I'm gonna just.
Kitty.
Oh, and no. Good. Yep. That's why we call. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's the clove. She's on the chair. She doesn't like they're